this is going to be an end-to-end test of the Creamy program. So as we start, we get the login page where we can enter an employee code. If we do this one, this will be in the access database under the employees table. All the codes will be displayed here. So if we use a staff members one, being this, a staff member's name will be displayed, the staff member's role will be displayed, and the access they have will be shown to them to let them know what they don't have access to and what they do have access to. So a staff member can access the ordering form and the clocking in form. They cannot access any of the admin forms, being inventory, labor, sales, or review. If they do try to access these, they'll be displayed with an error message just to show they are not permitted to access this section of Creamy for all of these admin sections, just based on the role they have. Now, if they were to go into the clocking section, their welcome message will be displayed with their name and their ID. They can clock in, and then we'll clock out after. As you can see, the clock in has been displayed just here. Well, if we reopen the database, then we can see it has been manipulated to add in this new clock in at 10:23 for the staff member with the employee ID 1, and the hourly rate has been put into there as well, as there was this employee ID with this hourly rate. Now, if we go back to the program, we can go back to the menu. That will close the clocking in form, and the staff member can go to the ordering page where they can order from the menu here displayed, which was extracted from the database. The user can click on any of the items they like. Click on it says takeaway or eaten. The order will be displayed here as they're doing it, and the table number can be inputted. Cash, total amount is displayed here that is needed. If anything below is given, like 50p below, 50 cents below, then click the cash button to see how much change, and it will say insufficient cash. So it needs to be on the amount or above. So if we give above, then we can click cash and it will show the change that needs to be given. Then we can submit the order. It will submit the order successfully, and the order will be reset so another order can come through. If we go back to the menu now, we can see in the access table under orders, now at 10:25, an order was placed, which is order number 62, order ID number 62. The employee ID that used the order was number 1, as that was the one logged in. Total value was 950. Number of items was 4. It was table number 420, and it was eaten order. Now, if we go to the order items, and we see number 62, number 62 here, you can see that order ID number 62 had a product ID number 2, so that means there was an Americano in there. And it will show again here number 3, which will show you that was a latte in there, and all the items in the order ID will be displayed here. So once the order has gone through, the amount of items in that order will be tracked in here, and the inventory usage will be used from the inventory. So as you can see here, this is the inventory of all the stock. Now, milk is inventory ID number 2, and this is inventory ID number 1. So for a product ID of number 3, you can see it uses number 1, which is coffee beans, and it uses 20 of them for each order. This can be deducted from the inventory every time an order is placed. So whenever an order is placed, the stock levels can remain updated. Now if we go back to the program, and we can see that we cannot access any of these, so what we'll do is we'll go log out, restart the program with a admin code, as seen here. Log in, and it will show an admin role, access to all sections, and it shows the admin name as well with the welcome. So an admin can also clock in and out, and access the order form. However, you can also access these 4 admin forms here. Now, with the review, this shows the total sales, the total labor costs, the total inventory costs, the total labor cost as a percentage of sales, the total inventory cost as a percentage of sales, the total profit, and the profit margins from a specified date range. If we were to pull back the date range a couple months, a few months, and refresh, the figures would change as there is different sales in different months. However, there is not enough data at the moment to show accurate readings. So from here, we can see the sales versus cost. We can see the sales in green as the revenue, the labor costs, and the inventory costs from this date range. If we were to put it forward a few months, you can see the sales have changed, but there was no labor cost change as there was no labor cost before this date. Now, there is no sales that have been made today, but there is inventory costs as reordering has happened, and the cost of our total inventory is also calculated. Now, the forecast for the next 7 days, this is based on the last sales and uses an AI formula, an algorithm in order to forecast the next 7 days of sales. It will show 17,503 for the next week, and for each day it will show the amount of sales. So just below 2,500 for the first one, and just above 2,500 for the last one, with the average being 2,500. Now, if we go back to the menu and we go to the inventory page, we can see that as we came in, this was red and this was red. That means that these two were below the reorder level. Now, before we even got a chance to do anything, the program has automatically searched the web to find a supplier to reorder milk from. It will do it one at a time to reorder. So it's given us a preview here of the email it will send. The subject, reorder request for milk, and it will say, Dear Quick Supplies Ltd, we would like to reorder milk from your website, with the link to the website as the quoted price, the delivery time, and it will ask us to confirm if we want to reorder that or not. So before we use this one, we can see that here is a table of the top 3 searches it did, and it will base them on a score, and from that score, whichever has the highest, it will choose that to order from. This score is based on another AI algorithm, where it's based on the price, the delivery time, and the availability. It will give the top 3 URLs and the names, just in case the admin would like to manually order from a different supplier than the one that the AI has chosen. It's also done the same for water now, as it will do the next one in the queue. As you can see here, $9.90, delivery in 2 days. They'll order wet water, and then the reorder will be completed successfully. Now that everything is above reorder levels, we can manually also manipulate the data. So if we wanted to, we can put in 0 for the brownies, update the stock, and now it will be shown like this. Now we can go back to menu, and this is just to show you the order page. If we try to order a brownie now, there is 0 left in quantity, so we just enter the amount needed, table number, just to make sure that's all good, and it will say not enough stock for brownie. Just let the user know that there is none in stock, as it pulls information from the database. Now we can see that we have been clocked in for a few minutes now. So if we decide to clock out, we can see that we worked 0.08 hours with a cost of £804 based on the hourly rate for this employee. So if we go back to menu, we go to labour, we can see just here at 10:28 we clocked in with the employee ID 0, and we clocked out at 10:33 with an hourly rate of 9,910. It was calculated to be 792.8. If we calculate this, it will refresh it and make sure all the calculations are correct and gives a total labour cost here. Now if we go back to menu, this is a table displayed from the database, the labour table here. Now we can check the sales form. This shows the sales for dates where sales have been made. Anything above 0 sales. It will show the amount of cash made in that day, the number of orders taken on that day. So as you can see here, today there have been 3 orders with a total amount of 36 and 3 orders. We can also refresh this if we like once we come back. So now if we go back and we go onto the other staff member that was previously logged in, being this one here, we can see that we can now clock out, as we forgot to clock out before. The employee can clock out now, and it will be 0.18 hours worked with 91p based on their hourly wage, which can be shown in here. He clocked in at 10:23, and it's now 10:35. 10:34 it was clocked out, 53 seconds. With an hourly rate of £5, the labour cost was 91. Now,